Yo, what is good, Jets Nation? Welcome back to Jets Media. This is Richie, and in today's video, I want to break down what happened at the New York Jets training camp this morning. Day number 10. They did not have pads on because the Jets are going to Canton, Ohio tomorrow to play an actual football game against the Cleveland Browns this Thursday night. Oh my God, I cannot freaking wait for that game. So in this video, I want to break down what happened at practice, some injury news, who looked good, and the overall topics and the overall trends that's going on around these New York Jets. Before we hop into the video, I do want to mention, if you guys are new to the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button. We got a lot of Jets content coming your way all throughout the rest of training camp, carrying over into the season, of course. And if you want to do me a gigantic favor as well by simply hitting that like button if you enjoy the video and commenting your thoughts of Jets training camp this morning. With that being said, let's get right into the video and what we saw from these Jets. So first, I want to start off with some injury news. We got a good report from Robert Saleh. He said that Garrett Wilson is expected to return to practice after the Hall of Fame game on practice this Saturday. He went through a whole workout, I think today or yesterday, and things checked out. So it looks like that low-grade ankle sprain is already healed up, and Garrett Wilson will be back onto the practice field this Saturday. Great sign. We need our number one receiver on the practice field, getting reps with Aaron Rodgers as much as possible. So I watched that injury live in person, me and Ryan from Jets Talk 24/7 last week, and I got really nervous seeing him go down and seeing him limp. So luckily, it's just a little tweak, and he'll be back. So that is a positive sign. All right, that's really it for the injury news. No one went down to the injury today. Well, someone did go down with an injury, but it seems like he's okay, and that was Jason Brownlee. Now, as I'm recording this video, they did not come out with a video of this play, but all the beat reporters that was at practice was hyping up this Jason Brownlee catch. It was an OBJ one-hander over the shoulder, just extended with one hand. Again, I don't have a video to show you guys just yet. If I do have a video, here it is, but I don't know if the Jets are going to upload it in time. But I'm sure as this video's out, you guys are like, don't worry, Richie, we can see it ourselves on Twitter. But apparently, based off the tweets that we're seeing, Zach Wilson threw it up there, and Jason Brownlee extended, grabbed that ball, but unfortunately he landed on his shoulder and injured himself, and he went back to the locker room afterwards with trainers, but then apparently he came back onto the field and he looked okay. Robert Saleh didn't have any updates, so we don't know if he actually has a shoulder injury or not. We don't know if he's going to be playing Thursday, but luckily it seems like he was back onto the practice field and seemed to be back in good spirits. So hopefully Jason Brownlee's all right, because he seems to be the star of training camp. He seems to be the guy that everybody's talking about, that, you know, there's always those one or two players in training camp every year that no one really knows what to expect to just rise to the occasion and becomes a stud. And Jason Brownlee seems to be fighting for that wide receiver 6 spot every single day of practice. When I see him in person, I'm really moved by his agility and his size and his quickness and his hands and elusiveness. But seeing him going out there and making the catch of camp today was really cool. Cannot wait to see what he actually looked like. So Jason Brownlee making some moves. Looks like to be the Jets fan favorite, and hopefully he can play Thursday night and light it up with Zach Wilson out there. Now, I do want to talk about Mekhi Becton. He spoke to the media after practice today. He was practicing as well, and he seems to be open to be playing right tackle. We know that Mekhi Becton has been very vocal on Twitter saying that he's a left tackle, but he just wants to play. He is fighting for a starting position. He's playing left tackle as a backup so far, and Robert Saleh and the Jets are having him on a pitch count. He'll be playing Thursday night. He's probably going to play left tackle for the New York Jets, protecting Zach Wilson's blind side. Saleh also said they're going to limit him to 20 to 25 snaps. He's still on a pitch count, and I thought Robert Saleh, what he said was interesting, that they are not worried about Mekhi Becton's, talent. It's all checks out. They are really excited about Mekhi. The one thing that the coaching staff are really not worried about, but being cautious with Mekhi Becton, is him gaining confidence in that knee, right? The knee is the issue that's holding him back, because if Mekhi Becton is thinking too much of his knee when he's on the field, it's going to, hinder his game. When that knee is 100% and he's not even thinking about it, and he can unleash his full potential and unleash his full power of Mekhi Becton that we all know he's capable of, that's when he's going to be a dominant player. So hopefully he can go out there on Thursday night and ball out for these New York Jets. He actually had a pancake on Carl Lawson today. Carl Lawson also got the better of him on some reps, so it seems like Mekhi Becton and Carl Lawson are going back and forth, and it's really fun to see Mekhi Becton's development. Cannot wait to see what he does on Thursday night. There was a fight today in practice. Not shocking. Lincoln Tomlinson seems to be the man that's been in all these fights. So Tomlinson went up against all the Jets defensive linemen, and it seems like these Jets offensive liners really trying their best to hold their ground against the Jets defensive line. We all know that the defensive line is way better than the offensive line, and the offensive line is probably like sick and tired of them beating them up, so they're trying to fight back and get that energy. So interesting stuff, but again, don't really want to see that extra stuff after a fight. Like, there's nothing wrong with some scruffles and some pushing and shoving, but the extra punches is something that the Jets coaching staff got to make sure that does not happen, and that happened today at practice. Some other things, let's get into Aaron Rodgers. How did Aaron Rodgers look today? He had 2 touchdowns in the red zone, 2 different tight ends. He had 1 dime to CJ Uzomah, a little laser to him in the red zone drill. He also had a crazy pass to Jeremy Ruckert, who was there was a defender draped all over him to end off practice. So it does seem like Aaron Rodgers is finding his tight ends. Jeremy Ruckert seems to be that guy that a lot of Jets fans are excited about entering year number 2. Aaron Rodgers also had a play where I'm pretty sure he sprinted for a first down. So the 39-year-old quarterback in Aaron Rodgers still got some legs to him, still got some mobility. So great to see Aaron Rodgers do just that. Another wide receiver who's actually been playing a lot is Malik Taylor. I don't really think that Malik Taylor has, anything. I mean, he's fighting for that wide receiver 6 spot with Jason Brownlee. I think Brownlee is the front runner, but definitely hearing Malik Taylor's name a lot. So definitely a player to look out for on Thursday night as well. On the defensive side of the ball, Jermaine Johnson had a sack. Jermaine Johnson continues to be one of the stars of training camp. He continues to be the guy that on defense that Jets fans are the most excited for. I mean, at least I am. I mean, him going into year number 2 is really, really exciting. There's a lot of hype around Sauce and Garrett, of course, because the offensive and defensive rookie of the year entering year number 2. But Jermaine Johnson changing his number to 11, it just feels inevitable for him to have that breakout season. He's running with the first team defensive line. We know that this is a 10-deep defensive line room. Last year as a rookie, did not get as many snaps as he would like. So look out for Jermaine Johnson to go crazy this year, and he continues to be a stud in practice. And then getting into another quarterback who looked good today, actually, Tim Boyle. Tim Boyle and Chris Streveler are fighting for that quarterback number 3 position. So definitely want to bring up Boyle's name because he had a good day at practice today, which is cool to see. Hopefully he's going to have a good day on Thursday. But again, whenever I personally think of Tim Boyle, I'm like, okay, it's good to see him play well, but I hope we never see Tim Boyle ever play in any game for the regular season for these New York Jets or playoffs, because we want to stay healthy at the quarterback position. But hey, good to see that our backup quarterback in Tim Boyle is making some strides and making some plays. So that really wraps up this training camp, man. Not really a lot happened today. There was no pads. Good news with Garrett Wilson. Aaron Rodgers continues to shine. Oh, wait, there is something else I do want to bring up, actually. The Jets defensive backs are continuing to be dogs. So Sauce Gardner, Michael Carter II, they clamped up Aaron Rodgers and the Jets offense in the red zone before he finished off practice with that touchdown to Jeremy Ruckert. Michael Carter II had a pass breakup. It's just really cool to see that this Jets secondary is doing what we know that they can do in practice, right? They had a great season last year with Sauce, DJ, and MC2. They stayed healthy all season long, which was a big reason for the Jets' defensive success. And this year in practice, you can tell DJ Reed is all over the place. Michael Carter, Sauce Gardner, like they have a different swagger and a different energy. And the Jets have one of the best, if not the best secondaries and the best cornerback rooms in the entire NFL. So it's cool to see it translate onto the practice field. You know that Aaron Rodgers is enjoying that battle as well, and I cannot wait to see it progress. Really exciting stuff. So guys, that's going to wrap up this video. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Hit that thumbs up button if you did not already, and let's go Jets. Tomorrow there's no practice because the Jets are going to Canton, Ohio, but we got our game to talk about on Thursday night. Stay tuned for my preview stream tomorrow. Let's go Jets. Peace out.